die for this? This one part, this 1/3 I've always missed. No, just don't let it go. I started the fight, but now I'm losing. So will I fall again? I'm scared of heights, yet it was me who ran away. Oh, I can't forgive, can't forget myself. The peace that I'm missing, it kills me inside. I need help, oh please give me back. This one part, this 1/3, I'm sorry I lost it. No, I let my weapons fall. I'm drowning in the fears, and now I know that I will fall again and let it go, but I can't stop to run away. To run away.
There's the flashing the lights. In PC now into turn 1. The Sonic then, your race leader as they all now can't see what the hell is going on. It's 3 wide. Oh, they've all taken each other out. Literally on the verge of death. 100%, 100%. I've got a puncher. It's game over. Now head down the mini straight to Williams. Turn 1, we missed them going side by side through turn 1. Two teams going very close, maybe a bit of contact between the two. There's behind us. I think that's AOL Andrew. Put up as contact. That side got a slice right wide. It's gonna be. Hello, everybody. Welcome along. I hope you all are doing well. Because I certainly am. We're here for round 7 of the FORL Season 5 GP2 race today. And we have 13 cars all ready to take to the track. And it should be very exciting. And, well, we're going to be at round 7 as before at Germany. I was going to hear the cars going around now at full speed. So, well, we're nearly halfway through. I think, actually, we are halfway through the season. But with only half the season left to go, the championship is really starting to heat up. Up at the front. Well, let's show you what's going on live. As I can see right now, we've got some wet conditions under our hands right now. So, tricky conditions here. You can see here from Iro Schumacher, and also the likes of Limitless Horizon in the Renault. Don't forget about him, because he can always bring up the spice, shall we call it? But as we know today, it's been a bit of mixed one results really. If you have watched the GP3, you can understand what I mean. But yeah, overall, I'm looking forward to this race today, and it should be a good one. The drivers now just underway in qualifying, which is honestly one of the arguably, that's not the right word, is it? But you know what I mean. This is the qualifying that will really count, because in these wet conditions everything just changes and anything can happen really. As you're probably going to see what I mean by if well, let's follow Limitless Horizon to pretty much prove my point, shall we call it. So here he is now, going through from right and saying turn 7 into turn 8 now. And it's a tricky track, I must be honest with you, because as PS45 was quite lagging ahead of him. But these conditions never really, the drivers don't like, to be honest with you. Because on this year's game now, the wet conditions are so much harder. But you've just got to deal with it, so. But hey ho, there we go. As well, we're now almost halfway through qualifying. So, you know, it's going to be an interesting one, let me tell you that for sure. As UK Futures invited, never mind, goes pole, and oh no, my Horizon goes pole, so that time's coming again quick and fast. Let's see what Irish Schumacher's doing. And he's going nice and wide there, almost into the gravel. Of course, that corner, turn, what turn is that? I think it's turn 12. It's arguable, why can I not say the word? Arguably, that's not it. It is one of the trickiest corners around Germany, because dead tyres, or in wet conditions it is now, it is so difficult to even get it right, just because of the amount of traction there is, and it's like a full-on 90-degree corner, so it's not exactly most fun to do with dead tyres, but you know, who says that the drivers can't do it? That's only from my personal experience. Look at that, it's a Renault 1-2. You got Bonji in there in the Renault and the other Renault, so that is, well, really surprising actually. Not expect to see a Renault 1-2 in, well, I don't know how long I was expecting to see a Renault 1-2. As you got Williams getting here in the Toro, so he's getting ready for a lap, or on his lap actually I should say, in that lovely, lovely Toro Rosso. As he goes through turn 10. Just went through turn 11, sorry. Now into turn 12. This is the corner now. It's just so easy, like, to muck that up. If you get a little bit more traction, or a little bit more side than you should, really, it can just unsettle your car, and you could be a gunner. So, you know, it's all to play for in today's qualifying session. As you like saying, as now 19 splits the two Renaults to put himself in the no, never mind. Never mind, they're all going in now, crikey. Can't keep it. So now we've got Tom on pole 121.7, Harry's in the pits at 121.9, Minty at 121.9 as well. That is quite close between the two. Look at that, 4th place, and Miller Williams Gaming is seeing on the screen right now. They had the exact same time. That is incredible. Who would have really predicted that one? I mean, let's be honest here. With so little time to go, it's really down to who can master these conditions, to be honest with you. As he's now coming to the end of his lap, I'm going to presume he's on the in lap right now. As well, Bonji was P2, and now he's P6. So that's not exactly ideal, but we'll just go over and look at that how close it is. Wow, look at that, P4 to P6. Now that just is close. Honestly, oh, what have I done? Yeah, that just is close. As Bonji goes into the pits. Master B Smith is on lap right. No, he's not. He's mounted that curve. Let's be honest here. As well, there you go. As so much if it goes there is Minty. They're all going into the pits actually. I think maybe yeah, he's drying up. So that is the reason then why so many people are going to the pits. You see the McLarens there are on track together. They'll be looking to do some synchronization. Let me count you on that one for sure. I'll tell you what, these engines these days, they... Oh, and the best of where? Oh, no, I think he's just retired. I can't... Who's near him on track? He will be coming up to him in a second. Here is that's Tom for win. So you're pole sitter right now. Let's see if I can catch what he's done. Yeah, I don't know if he's just retired or not because he was a weird, awkward position. Let's have a look. Now there might. Never mind. His car's been removed. I think he has lost his wheel somehow. It's better off if we don't go into detail on why he's lost his wheel. Let's look at that. You can just see right now the pain that is going through right now of all these drivers, because most of them at this point, it's going to be quite tricky. Let's be honest here. Oh, that's Tom off. Tom's retired from the session. He's gone off. I don't know how he's managed that one. I don't know. I think he went to pit and was like, no, but I'm going to stay out. And as DRS now enabled, so that is the worst time. So your guy fighting at the championship is now in a really bad position. Looking back at it now, he's gone into the pits and then go. I don't know what he's done there. He's just driven into the wall. Okay, well I'm not going to question his thinking. We'll just gloss over that one. As well, right now the conditions won't be the Inter's favours. It'll be more the dries because it is now bone dry on track. But well, I was not expecting Tom then to do an oopsie crash, if I'm honest with you, but we will just go with it, like we always do that. And Master Me Smith has left the session, so he has obviously decided that he does not want to be around any longer. As I now need to, if you bear with me, I'm going to turn off my notifications. Because I don't want my notifications beaming off. Let me just do this. Give me 2 seconds. Right. There we go, we're back. And I did not mean to do that. I always forget. I don't know why I forgot. But there we go. So, well, it's almost finished here qualifying. It's still got 8 minutes to go though, so it's not over yet, but right now anything could be happening. The drivers just get themselves into the groove. And I'll get really what's about to emerge as we're now on board watching Limitless Horizon as he now, I think he's just starting a lap now actually. So let's go on board with his lap, shall we? And let's have a look at what he's going to be going through right now. Gets power into 5th gear, then into 6th gear, opening up DRS down the straight. Easy as you like. So we're braking for the hairpin at turn 6. All the way down to 2nd gear. Then he's going to get the power on. And he's going to be basically going up the hill. Now into turn 8, one of the trickiest corners, because pretty much it's more of a 90 degrees. It's the worst corner on the track, probably even the season, from honest with you, because there's one of those corners where if you lock up, you're just not going to be able to make the corner really. So now you can see, Best FIFA has left the sessions. Obviously, he's not waiting around with that retirement from his qualifying. I guess I feel them a little bit annoyed that it's raining, but we cannot do a fat lot about that one. Well, as he comes across the line, where's he going to go? It's Power. With a 1:16 flat for now. Still 6 minutes to go, so most people are out on track, but next one will be Mintius. He is going in ultra softs. Now that's an interesting, because if I'm right in saying, yes, everybody else is out there on softs. So I don't know what is behind the brains of him right now, but let's have a look at what he's going to do here for the final couple of corners. He's going to get the power on as he comes across the line. It's a 1:14.8. That's a good lap from him there. As now, yeah, no, never mind. We got yellow flag set 2. Who's that? Oh, I think that was you. Yeah, it's him. Who's that? That's the Horizon. So Horizon's obviously made a mistake. Oh, I think he's just getting out of the way of people. That is smart thinking. Smart indeed. So let's have a look here at Williams game, because watch out for him right now, because he is all the ways up there. You know, if you count a guy to avoid a crash, okay, count him on it, because he will be on it. As he comes across the line, what time will he do? He goes pole, and just like that, my point is proven. Quite literally. Oh, I was definitely not expecting that, but that is a really good app from there, from Williams Gaming. Then Mikey's UK size has just gone pole. As we've still got a few cars still opting not to go on track. I'm trying to find them. There we go. In one of the Pink Panthers. And well, he's doing quite well. So let's see what he's going to be able to do. As well, he is by the looks of things, he's just on his in lap now, just cooling the tyres, saving his energy, because there's still 4 minutes to go. Of course, he's got to remember he's gets himself into the pits, and then head back out on track. Because this man here, Mighty Dylan, he's on his out lap now. He's always been at the front, okay, always in qualifying. I never had the consistently good race pace. As now Bonji goes pole by some margin, that is incredible. Honestly, that really is. I don't know how he's managed that, to go pole by that much, but that is actually, I would never put, that is just, no, that is ridiculous. I'm confused. I'm more than confused, actually. I'm baffled. How he's managed to pull out a 112 in these awkward conditions, I will never know, but I don't know, we'll just go along with it, I guess. So, well, we now come towards the ending stages here of qualifying. Still obviously deciding to do another outlap, or getting himself mentally prepared here. As we see, there he is, SP James, out on track finally. I do wonder about this man here, because I don't know, he doesn't seem to have this consistency with him, but he has potential. So that's where I'm looking at here, is that in the long run, okay, count him in to do anything you want him to do. So we're now near the end of qualifying. We're only 3 minutes to go. The drivers are really starting to up the tempo and ready to put in their first laps of anger on the table tots. No, that's no on the timing sheet. There we go. Much better. As you can see, Bonja here, I think he's on his, a fine lap right now. So let's see what he can do here in the Renault. He was in Ferrari before, but now he's decided to go over to the Renault. Reason why, I'm not entirely too sure, but we will just go along with it. As oh, we got never mind. We got obviously a guy trying to get out way for somebody. We got, yeah, that's definitely what's the case scenario going right now. We got your more yellow flags set to 1, so obviously something's happening that should probably not have happened, but there we go. As now here comes Bonji going in pit, so he's not doing another lap, he's coming straight into the pit, so he's obviously very confident that he's going to get poles. We've got Irish Mecca waiting to go as well. So he is really going slow. That is, I don't know, he might have run out of fuel actually. I don't know what's happened there. So now everybody's getting out on track. They're all starting to get themselves meant to be. Horizon's giving up. He did a 112, 111.7 even. That is a very good time actually. That is incredible. So yeah, he's doing good. He's doing very good. As we got this man here, Williams Gaming. He's starting P7 at number 114.1. So it's looking alright from mid standards. As it goes through the last couple of complexes of the track before entering the straight. Here he is now on the straight, in fact, as he comes across the line to start his lap. Let's see what this man can do. As enters turn number 2, and then into turn 3, and now into turn 4. Then we get entering the first DRS activation, though second, sorry, actually. Sorry, it's actually, yeah, the second DRS zone. I'll tell you something now, okay, that I find with this track, not actually this track, in fact, but I find it a modern F1 now, is that the problem is, you know when the cars are just not going to perform at the best, or not get many overtakes had done or happen, is, you know, when they're having to implement more DRS zones, because the cars can't overtake each other. Now that really is when you've hit bot rock of really when you just realise it's not going to be able to happen, and that's what's happening right now. Reason why we got so many DRS points these days. As well, if you did miss it at Maku, we saw Sophie's F3 crash. Now, thankfully she's, I say alright, she's okay for the meantime. But if you are wondering how it happened, and you would like to know, and if you're not entirely sure, well, I can let you know, because she's going down the straight. So if you watch the video, most you have, she's gone down the straight and she actually hit a car ahead of her, which is broken her front left suspension, which is the reason why she's hit the wall backwards. And then she's at that point she's not stopping for the corner. So thankfully she's okay, and you know, all our thoughts and prayers are with her right now. She takes a very slow recovery, as that was UK3 just going into P2, so he's obviously on a very good lap right now, as they were qualifying as finished. So there we go. That is your end of qualifying. So really an interesting qualifying, because it went from dry to wet inters to dry. Sorry, but really not what we're expecting now out of the timing tables. Just wait for all the drivers to ready up, and we can see how they all found it in the hood. But let's have a look. There is Limitless Horizon, only a 10th faster than UK for just behind. UK Sides P3 Taste, two brothers are going P2 and P3. Dylan 4th, Bonji 5th, Minty 6th, Williams Gaming 7th, Masterpiece Smith 8th, SP James 9th, Irish Schumacher 10th, and Thompson 11th, Kilo 12th, and Best FIFA 45 is running out third in 13th place. So, all to play for then, definitely. Especially the championship now, down as many down, your championship leads in 6th place. So, really, the strategies are completely opening up here, as most of them are on the softs, but the top 3 are all starting, surprisingly actually, on the ultra softs. So, let's see how this one's going to play out today, and if you're excited, hit the subscribe button or hit the follow button on my Twitch. But, well, let's get this thing started, shall we? So, let's hopefully, it's going to be a good race, hopefully. I said now, say hopefully. You never know what's about to occur, so here we go, everybody. This is the race that we've all been waiting for. This is the one that will determine, potentially, even the championship. Now, if I remember correctly, the championship is about 30 points now, so the gap has really opened up, and it's all to play for right now. So, hopefully, there's going to be some good action about to happen. There's all the drivers just doing their lovely strategy, and we'll be going green very shortly for the formation lap to begin. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. You can see a Limitless Horizon on your pole position right now. He'll be wanting to have a good race today. Let's have a look at what the others are doing. UK Futures, there he is in P2. He'll be wanting to get under today's race underway quite nicely. UK Sights there in P3. He'll be wanting to do very good today as well. Saturn P4, we have Mighty Dylan in the McLaren. Let's see what he can do, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, hoping for good stuff. Bonji in P5, don't forget about him in the Renault. Watch out for him, ladies and gentlemen. And in P6 you have VR Minty. He will be wanting to do good as well. Williams Gaming P7. Oh, there's the car off. That is Horizon, the formation. That is not gone to plan. He'll have to get back to the front of the field. And in P8 we got Masterpiece Smith there in the Mercedes. Watch out for him as well. Don't come out or anything. SP James is in P9. Schumacher P10. Tom for the win. Your second place in the championship standings. He will definitely be wanting to salvage something tonight. And P12 we've got Kilo Bravo. And then P13 Best of 45. So here we go then. As Horizon trying to get himself back to the front of the field then. And he's got to be careful when doing it because he might try into the back of somebody, but this is it, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. What we've all been waiting for. The round 7 FORL Season 5 is about to kick off here. So let's go down to the track now. And let's witness this greatness about to emerge here. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they will line up now on the grid. Let's watch this fascination emerge right in front of our eyes here. As here we go then for the start of round 7 at Germany, but with 5 red lights. Horizon in the Renault, UK Futures in the Sauber. Lights out and away we go. We should be going away. There we go. Finally, we're going away now. Horizon has to jump on the UK Future, goes subside into turn 1. Very close to Future on the inside now. And look at that, Future's got past Horizon. They will fire down into turn 2. Will Horizon go back into you can go back down inside. Look at that, didn't try to make a move in the P4 as well in the mid-pack field. And Boingy has held P5, so he's doing alright now. All fire down the straight for the first time today. All in a single fire, so nothing really else to make a move happen down the street. But now comes Horizon to the inside. It's going to have the inside into the hairpin. It didn't also into the McLaren as well. And look at that then, Horizon's kept his position right now as they all go down the hill. They'll be entering turn 7 now and then into turn 8. Can Futures go for the move again? No, he cannot. Stay behind for this meantime. Oh, Suka he's almost running to the back of him. He's going to go wide though. He's going to lose up some position now in the mid-pack field. We've got a yellow flag set to 2. That's Boingy off. Boingy's gone off somewhere. Not entirely sure what's happened between them. So as soon as I know, I'll let you know. There we go. Let me get the times off you. There we go. So UK sometimes look at that. Let's go for a bold move from Tom. He's going to go for it. He's just the back end. He's not had to back out of that. One of those almost calamities to happen. But right now, Limitless Horizon out in the lead so far, and he's doing good stuff right now. As he enters turn 1, your race leader right now, he is doing absolutely wonders. He's got another 32 laps to go, so it's not all done and dusted for him. He's still got pressure from UK Futures behind in the Sauber. He's a little bit far back at the moment, so obviously not in the right frame of mind to be able to go for the overtake quite yet. As Dylan's still behind him. Here comes Dylan. And watch out, look at that. Minty, sorry, is up to P4. That's a really good start from P6 on the grid. But he's all under pressure now from this one here. UK Science on the faster tyre compound, so really anything could happen right now. And look at that, here comes UK Sides. He's still stuck behind Minty right now. And he's got some difficulties going on right now, because look at that, here comes Dylan. Oh, so who's off, Max? Tom. Tom's made a mistake, he's gone off, and that's another mistake from him there. We got King Pizza Pants in the chat. How you doing, mate? Commentators, that's just me. You should be able to hear me. Let me just check for you. Yeah, you should be able to hear me. So I don't know what's going on there. And here comes Horizon there. So at the moment he's below a 1 second gap, up in the lead. And look at that behind him. That's UK Futures and Mighty going side by side. Futures, oh, it's contact. They've just got damage. Futures has damage. And look at that. It's now a Minty pack pass as well. And here comes Minty in the slipstream. Wrong way. There we go. There we've got Gravy here from Futures actually more than that. Vince going for both of them. Will he get both of them done in one go? Oh, he's hit him. Oh, he's just bullied him out of the way, really. Now let's Futures through into P3. Here come the UK Sides looking for the overtake. Can't quite make it happen just yet. And the Futures there, that damage, that's going to really hamper his performance. Because right now, it's not looking great for at this direct time. As Futures then from P2 on the grid. Now in the gravel, he's down under pressure from Tom. Can Tom go for the overtake? He's been stuck behind for this in the meantime. He's going to go the long run on the outside. It's just what he's about to do. He's just about holding on there for P5. I know, well that is Tom then through to P5. And UK Futures definitely going to pits. Yeah, he's going to pits. He really has no option when in that circumstance he's got to pit. New Horizon then completing that for. He's now under pressure from Minty, because here comes Minty in the slipstream. He's about to take P1 as well. He's going to go for P1. Your championship leader right now is going for it. Oh, it's a beautiful overtake. Through into P1, and that is, well, P6 to P1 in under 5 laps. That is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. We are witnessing some serious scenes right now. I know, it's only just beginning right now because we've still got another. Oh, I saw Heisen going well, really well on the exit though. Oh, there's contact, that's between the two. Look at that, that's Dylan and Horizon getting very close. Sometimes some would say a little bit too close. And it's nice to know we have someone active in the chat. And look at that there, that is Horizon down from, he's gone from P1 to P3 and under that is not looking well, that's not looking healthy for him right now. Alright, he's on to lose a bit of time because now here comes Dylan. He's all over the back of Minty. Can't quite make the overtake happen just yet. As Minty then still holding the first place right now. As he's still got pressure from behind from Dylan. As Williams Gaming's got himself to P3, so what's happened to Horizon? Horizon's P9, what's happened to him? Oh, he's pitted, okay, that would explain it then. I presume that was down to damage, and now Tom for the win's got himself to P3, so he's doing good right now. Look at that, behind him is, who's that? That's Williams Gaming. Like a UK side down from inside of the oh, that's close, very close in between the two. Irishman might have lost the place as well to SB James. As he's got himself to what was that? P6, there we go. As they go through turn 7 into turn 8. Through the fast right-hander. And we're getting the power on. And then through turn 12, when the trickiest corner's on the calendar. And that's just explaining what I mean. SB James really gets the back end out there. As he's right now stuck behind this man here, Williams Gaming, who's still stuck behind UK side. So UK side definitely unloaded there, come out into the pits, goes to UK side. So, tyre wear, really big a key factor around here in Germany. And, oh, anyway, he's made a mistake actually, I think. UK side's going to the pits. I think he has. No, he's turned to a ghost. I thought he'd been off there, as Mighton and your race leader right now, back out in front. And here comes Minty, he's going to have a run into the hairpin with DRS open when you go for the overtake. No, staying mindset, nothing of it just yet. Can't quite make it happen. Gets the power on through turn 7. Then he'll be jockeying his way into turn 8. Hits into the currents a little bit wide there. Then through the fast right-hander, keeping that momentum alive. As we got some lovely supportive feedback there from King's P2. And we got a virtual safety car. Never mind them. Now, would anybody actually pit here? Will Dylan pit? Let's find out. As it goes around the final corner. No, neither of them pit. So maybe they're losing now. Will Tom for the win go pit? Try maybe go for that undercut. He's going to go for it. No, staying out. So obviously him deciding that. Not really worth it in his eyes. As I believe it was something due to best FIFA 45. As the virtual car is almost over now, so let's head back to our race leaders who are fighting it out in down to hairpin. Of course, now we go. I think we're going back to green very shortly. As well, we should be going green anyway. Let me put it that way. Now we just wait for we get the clean signal as Master B Smith joins back, and now we're green. We're going back to green. We are green, and here comes Mighty Minty behind him. Oh, that's a lot of grass through there. Oh, we got a creeper face in the channel. This is unbelievable. I've never seen something quite like it. Let's now go for the right-hander, and then into turn 12. These two are quite close between the two. It's actually surprisingly close. I mean, I did not expect this going into today's race, but there we go. You can really never expect anything, can you? As that speed, James picks up a 3-second time penalty. Then he'll be kicking himself after that one. As we start on that bait here of today's racing. He'll be now entering turn Uno 2. We're going to have DRS because here comes Minty. Oh, that's Tom off there. He's my mistake. There is Minty now. Down into the hairpin and goes to the outside of Dylan. They'll go side by side. Going for the switchback over move. Look like just not close enough to go side by side. He's gonna have a run though. Will he be able to go for it? No, not into here. Risky of us like if he does look for it. He'll go through the right hander right there. And then into turn Uno 12. As he goes to the left hander. Getting the power on. He's still stuck behind us. Minty not obviously being able to make the overtake happen just yet. As well, at the moment there's not really been the overtaking opportunity so far. He's gonna have to wait though until the straight, because this straight is probably the best bet of his chap being able to make the overtake happen. So well, let's see if he can gain just enough to be able to make this overtake happen. As he goes down the straight, left always goes to the right. He's gonna go to the right hand side into the hairpin. Will he be able to do it? He'll go side by side. He's just about going to go very deep though. He's going to get the power on. And he'll now go through the fast turn 7. Now into turn 8. As Minty them not being able to get past in here. So maybe he'll have to apply the cheeky undercut. You never know. Sometimes the undercut will work, but around this track it could be a little bit difficult. But don't count anybody out quite yet. As then Minton still stuck behind Dylan, not being able to make the overtake happen just yet. He's going to get the power on though. And I can see it from the onboard shot. Just seeing how brave he's got to stick it through every single corner, hitting every single apex, because this is pretty much the championship fight coming down to the wire between these two. Minty needs to be able to pull the overtake now, and unless of course he can pull it something at the back down the straight. He's gonna go for the overtake down the inside. Will he be able to make the overtake happen? He's gonna go through down the inside though. They'll go subsequent on the exit of the corner, and that is Minty. They'll throw it into P1s. That is life changing right now for his hopes and dreams of the championship right now. As Minty then keeping the race leads alive right now between these two. And Dylan won't want to give up that easily. As he'll be staying with him for these next couple of corners to be able to make the overtake happen. He's probably going to end up waiting for straight or something like that, so you know, anything could happen quite now. As they exit the final corner down the straight. And again, means they're completing lap 10. Now starting lap 11. Sorry, hang on a minute, no. Have I just missed something? What's happened to Minty? He's down to P3. Okay, I've missed something. Hang on a minute, I'm so sorry. I didn't even know I did that. I must have not been looking at the screen. Okay, I think he's made a mistake somewhere along the lines of the final sector, because now he's down to P3. How has he done that then? That was like that went down Dylan's now, and that's Tom for the win in P2. Oh my gosh. That is incredible. And I've been asked, who do I think has the best talent in the league of every GP? 1, 2 and 3. Well, AB Gamer. To be honest with you, I wouldn't say his best talent, I would say there's a bunch of them. That is the Mercedes of Kilo Bravo getting out of the way there of Tom for the win. For GP3, it's actually quite close. I would give it up actually to you know, you've got to think of the likes of Cloudy Penguin, Tom Folks. You know, those guys always stand a chance in the races. And then you move over to GP2, and you've got the likes of these top 3 right now, always the top 3. So you could never come out. And then GP1, I would definitely say myself. You know, I personally think I am one of the best in GP1, or was the one of the best. Now I've had to move on from the Xbox Sim Racing, shall we call it? As now I'm involved in esports, but there we go. So yeah, I would definitely count myself in GP1. Maybe top Thomas F1. You know, he's won a few races there and abouts, but potentially he could be. He's all right. He's all right. Then you have Infamous and Clone Troop, of course. Clone Troop being an AOR, so it's really actually surprising, but you know, it happens. As we got even more positive spirits from King Peter Pan in the chat saying, "Yes, Tom, I always knew you could do it right from the get-go," and that is certainly true. As he's there in P2, he's had a rough start to the season, but thanks to you, he's now picking up his pace and getting on with the race. He's sat in P2 right now, so we're now starting the 13th lap here, and it's still anybody's going. We've got a batter down here for a lovely position of P5. Never mind, as Williams coming into the pits. Then what tyres are we going on? Pursuit medium tyres. That obviously then means it is almost as even doing them is, yeah, definitely time for the medium set of tyres to happen then. And so he'll go for the right hander, getting the power on. He's coming out just behind UK Future, so he's almost flashed a million times. Will he be able to help him out? Or that happens for him now. Look at that, UK Future them really just showing how much time he's lost in these early stages of the race. Because now look at that, with this front wing damage down to P8, so that is not at all what he needs right now. So we have a lovely battle of the two Renaults going side by side between Bonji and Limitless Horizon. Oh, they're getting very close actually between the two. Here comes Bonji to go for the outside overtake. No, sorry, Bonji's down. No, sorry, that's Bonji pass. No, it's not. One point of Bonji. Oh, why is that so confusing? We're now on board of Bonji. So we've got Horizon just keeping the head between the two Renaults, making sure nothing, you know, team orders, there could be a thing, but I really doubt they'll be implementing team orders. There's really no point. Well, here comes Bonchi when he goes to go for the overtake just yet. He definitely seems faster between the two. He's definitely got the majority of the pace on board of him. He's going to have Dira step him out though. Down the straight. Going to go through the right hand side. It's going to be very, very close. Who has the worst gamer tag in the league? Do you know what? Out of all my times of streaming, I've never been asked who has the worst gamer tag in the league. Well, as the two runners will go side by side though. I'll answer the question in just a second. They'll go through turn 8. Munch then still stuck behind Limits Horizon, so nothing be able to make happen just yet. Now, who has the worst game attack? You know, you could count best FIFA 45 into this because, you know, what about F1 here? We're not about, you know, FIFA, so there's many people actually. You know, you could have the people like, I don't really know actually, but here we go. Now there's a bunch of people going to the pits. Then Tom for the win. He's been strapping on the million times. There he is now leaving the pits. Dylan's also pitted with him. Who else pitted? I can't just say. Yeah, Minty's pitted as well, so he's down to P7. He's lost a bunch of time. As well, your Russies are coming out there in P2, so that is really surprising to see those two going at it. And Irish Schumacher, I always said never came out of anything, and here he is right there in the house now, delivering. He's in P1 right now, but as Bonji finally gets overtake done on the limits, and there is Horizon. He's going to go for a very late lunge. It's going to have to even run a clear contact, side by side contact. As the region this battle still goes side by side up the straight. And then through the right hand up. Can't quite make the overtake happen. Still stuck behind. And well, they all now head through turn 12. Keeping it neat and tidy. And then going through turn 13 into the stadium section once again. And through the final couple of corners. Getting the power on. As we've got more pits, that's speed jet. The two Taurus actually pitting. Was it Taurus? Was it? No, sorry. UK Futures and SP James going to the pit. Sorry, it looked like both Tauruses are pitting. As we can see right now, Bonji is still stuck behind Horizon. He hasn't been able to make the overtake happen, but it's never too late. And so there goes Bonji, easily past Horizon. No real competition. Never mind, because there comes Horizon back past Bonji. No, never mind, it's Bonji's head. Oh, why is that so confusing? But there we go. Now back down and down the inside goes Horizon. They'll go side by side. As of right now, Bonji is keeping. Just hasn't been able to make the overtake happen. I don't know what's going on with him. He just obviously is not being able to find that extra grip in time to be able to make the overtake quite endurable, really. Now we've got who's that off? That's Tom for the win. How has he gone off them? I'm very confused. How has he done that? I didn't catch up because I didn't actually expect Tom Flynn to go off. And now, as when the pressure from the championship leader of Minty, as Minty takes a lot of gravel into turn 1. As they will all go down the hill. And well, let's go on board here, Bonji. As once again, he's now still stuck behind Horizon. Will he be able to make the overtake happen? Switching to the left hand side, Horizon on the inside. Bonji now on the outside, they'll go side by side into the braking zone. They'll have to go the long way around, North Horizon can any room. No, yes he will. As that Bonji is still, I don't know why, I think the problem is Horizon's an aggressive driver, so, and Bonji's finding it difficult to actually, well, and he's not finding it difficult to get in the situation and pass him. I think what he's struggling to find is being able to keep him behind is a different story. It's really a different ball game right now. And you can quite clearly see that, because now look at that, the two Red Bulls are getting very close to each other as well. That's 5 cars all in the line, all on the same straight. And then behind the two Red Bulls is Williams Gaming. As there's somehow, I don't know how, Ira Schumacher's kept his tyres going for such a long time. He must honestly get so many awards for the world's greatest tyre wear. And look at that Elapse car really getting in the way. Now who is that? That's the Mercedes of Kilo Bravo again, I think is. As I look at that, you now got a 4-way scrap here for a beautiful P3. And this race is really turning into a really diversion of racing. It's a 4-way scrap for P3. I never thought I'd be saying anything quite like it. And you can just see here quite close how Minty's getting the brave back in time for Bash and go from it, but down inside will be able to make the overtake happen. He's going very deep into the corner. Now where is Tom Flynn? Where's Bonji? Bonji's gone off. There he isn't. There he's in the background. He's not going to the gravel. Oh dear me, that has gone horribly wrong for him, and now he's going to lose so much time because of it. And well, that is catastrophic for him, really. And now he's going to have to pit then onto what tyres would he go onto. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what actually happened. He's got a penalty as well for spinning in the pits. And well, there we go. What tyres he's got? He's got a front wing change as well, so obviously he went into the walls somewhere along the lines. Now, I don't know how he's managed that. But there we go. He's going to rejoin the pits. Roughly, yeah, plus P11, so Tom for the win then. He's managed to mark as well after P2. That is really good work for me. I think I'm surprised though. Cyberson and Minty knows how to back out of that one. Obviously not being able to find the momentum and traction and everything to be able to make the overtake happen. And I'm sorry if you just heard that beep in half. And well, you can see here now, Minty is still stuck behind. He's not been able to make everything happen just yet. Gonna mount the two curves on the inside and the outside. He's gonna have a run down the straight before he enters the fast right-hander. He's gonna have a good one there. Here comes in the slipstream Resmick, but he's gonna try and force the inside lane. Has he been able to make overtake? He's down the inside. No, he's been his contact. It's been decent. I think it actually wasn't decent. I think it was more contact actually. But given Horizon a little nudge there saying, hey look, I'm there and you need to get out of my way now. And here comes, I mean, we didn't notice that. Look at that is, I mean, I've seen straight9speed.com and then I've seen that, that is incredible really. Look at that Horizon not being able to make that take. Let's hit him again, it's exactly the same thing as what Minty did here, and that's controversy, that is. Honestly, I would not have predicted that one, but there we go, and I think Horizon does have a bit of damage actually to his front wing from that club wall he gave Minty them. And we'll charge through turn 12. There they are, all in the line. So Horizon, obviously, the Tyrannos and they have good pace, but the championship leaders right now, not being able to make the overtake happen. As you can quite clearly see, it's definitely not being the world's best race for the Renault drivers, but it's been semi-decent. Let me tell you that much. And Horizon decided to lose a bit of pace then to Minty, and you could just see here that Tom for the win he's got a 6-second gap actually to somehow catch up to them. That's gonna be a big ask. Now of course now got Minty, who's now cleared Horizon now, challenging him down. And well, it's been a really interesting race now because we still got just over 10 laps to go, and really it's absolutely anybody's game. And you can just see that that gap with Tom and Dinner is really coming down. And look at that, the gap is still 5 seconds, it's still hanging on, so even though Dinner's doing good work, he's still got, really, roughly, he's got a 5.5 second gap. And he really needs to charge that gap down, because otherwise he could be losing out here today. And everybody now starting to set in the rhythm of their own. Now, well, if you don't know, actually, funny enough, look at that, the gap is still 5 seconds. It's for you, funny enough, if you don't know who this broadcast is brought to you by, well, let me give this short little video, and now the traction's calmed down. Let me have a drink. So I need to rest my voice. So let me just let this do the talking. There's the flashing the lights. In P7 out into turn 1. The Sonic then, your race leader, as they all now can't see what the hell is going on. It's 3 wide. Oh, they've all taken each other out. Literally on the verge of death. 100%, 100%. I've got a puncher. It's game over. Now head down the mini straight to Williams. Turn 1, the racing going side by side through turn 1. Two teams going very close. Maybe there'll be a contact between the two. There's behind us. I think that's AOL Andrew. Put up that's contact. That side got a slice right wide. It's gonna be Well, my rejoin us back in the action here today at Hockenheim, Germany. And well, right now, everybody's starting to dial down into a minute today's race, and we've had all the action going. And well, there's still loads of it to come, I can assure you that much. Your race leader mighted him right now. I think he'll be very happy with his performance right now. Because he's got a 4.9 second gap. So behind him, we got Tom for the win. He's pushing well, he's doing well, he needs to catch up to him. And you can count me on that one, he is pushing like hell to really catch up to him, because he needs this race win, to be honest with you. Tap out his championship standings. And now you can quite clearly see Tom then still stuck behind Dylan. He hasn't been able to find a way past. And well, there we go. And behind him is Minty. There is Minty and the other Red Bull. And he's doing a good job as well. And then behind Minty, you have a Limitless Horizon, who's he's doing alright. I think he'll be a little bit annoyed that the way today's racing has actually turned out, but on the whole, I think he'll be alright with it, because it's sort of gone his way, but in the same time, it sort of hasn't, you know. But you're really in this sort of dying age, you can't really get everything, can you, to be honest with you. And then in P5 you've got Williams Gaming, as he's doing good. And then behind him you got Irish Schumacher. Now never count him out, because here's one of them who can really produce this really good action today, as you can quite clearly witness today. And then look at that, the Simpson is Horizon in the pits. So Horizon then going into the pits, obviously deciding that is not quite giving up, as he's going on the set of soft tyres, already pushed towards the end. And then you got behind him, you got SP James, who just waiting in the background. He's starting to lively up today's race now. And you got Horizon. Look at that, SP James now going to be attacking Horizon then. SP James can't make anything happen. He's a little bit too far back to make any sort of overtake happen just yet. So we'll have to hang on for a little bit so far before. I look at Horizon getting really tank slappy exit there. And look at that, you got Dylan right now. He's actually starting to lose the pace here, because here comes Tom for the win. Look at that, Dylan really starting to struggle out on his tyres. Now here comes Tom, and he's still roughly 3 seconds back. So it's started to become a struggle from his end of things. He's realising that with only a handful of eight laps to go, he's got a pulsing. He's got to have at least a safety car, or I say at least. And safety car would be ideal, but he's gonna have to really up his momentum and his pace if he gonna wanted to take that home, that win. As right now you can also see behind him, you have who is it? There is Minty in the second Red Bull. He'll be wanting to bring some Wazzers out today. And then Williams Game, of course, running 30 laps as medium tyres. He's almost in the Irish Schumacher stage of you know, running like 19 laps of medium old tyres. If there was literally a award for the world's longest tyres taker, I honestly think one of those two could really be one of the champions, I guess. And then behind him you got Limitless Horizon in the Renault. Now of course it really didn't go his way. He wanted, of course, getting there. I think he got a pole. I'm not entirely too sure. I can't remember. But right now he's doing alright. He's sat there in P6. But he'll definitely be disappointed that it didn't really go his way. Now we've got some lovely support on the chat. And then in P7 you've got SP James. As I mentioned before, he's starting to lose the pace on the back of Horizon. Now of course, if Horizon pitting, it'll be a much faster tyre wear. And he'll be going a lot faster than any burst on track right now. So let's see what he can do towards the later stage of the race. And of course, if you are confused and you would love to know who the stream is brought to you by, well, let me give you this lovely 50-second video, and let me just let this do the talking. There's the flash of the lights. In P7 out into turn 1. The Sonic then, your race leader, as they all now can't see what the hell is going on. It's 3 wide. Oh, they've all taken each other out. Literally on the verge of death. 100%, 100%. I've got a puncher. It's game over. Now head down the mini straight for Williams. Turn 1, missed them going side by side through turn 1. Two teams going very close. Maybe a bit of contact between the two. There's kindness. I think that's AOL. Andrew put up that's contact. That side got a slice right wide. It's going to be. Right, you join us back in the action today at Hockenheim, with only roughly 6 laps to go. Horizon then, at the moment, is making one of your biggest move changes. He's gone for a fresh set of soft tyres to really take his tyres to a new dimension and on track limits. Now, look at that. Williams Gaming is also stuck behind Ira Schumacher. So he's going to obviously wanted to do something right now to see if he can capitalise on anything right now. He's got a 1.2 second gap, and then up the road of him is Irish Schumacher in the Haas driver. Of course, he definitely seems he seemed one that struggles on the pace side of things, but on like the overall, you know, pushing it like hell on tyre wear, making his tyre wear last longer, he is one to look out for. And then in P3 we got in the P3 and P2 we got the 2 championship rivals of the 2 Red Bulls. So it's really all to play for in today's race. As it's not over yet, of course. And then after the race is finished, don't go anywhere because we'll have the interviews where you can really get an insight to what the drivers are thinking going forward into today's racing. You know, of course, this chat being like it is, it's very hard to make the ultra softs work, and well, we'll be able to see really how the guys on the ultra softs really found it tricky, because I'm saying that Dylan actually started on Ultrason, right in saying so. He's actually done. Well, I think he's actually only there due to other people deciding that they would like to crash. So, well, say deciding they wouldn't want to crash, obviously, but you know what I mean. So, really, it's at the moment the battle is on, and of course now we're halfway through the championship standings. It's really started to hotten up, and the tension and rivalry will really kick in. Because we've only had 3 different race winners over the 6 races, sorry. We've had 2 from each of the drivers. We've had 2 from VR Minty, who right now, actually, he won Brazil, and Austria, and all the others come P2. So he is obviously loving the consistency life. And you got Tom for the win there. He's won a couple of races. He's won USA and Canada. And but he really bottled it in the first round of Brazil, getting that 90th place for that DNF. Then Dylan as well, he started to pick up, but the last 2 races he finished out in Germany, Austria and Italy. He's had podiums or race wins, so he's obviously starting to really lighten up the field today. And he's about he's about 20 points behind Tom for the win. So with Dylan's result here right now, that could really bring the championship a lot closer, because the gap from third to first is roughly 50 points. So that's practically 2 race wins if Dylan was to have, he was finally catch up to Minty. So that really just showing Minty's true consistency. He's been living life right now. And if I'm right in saying right now, I know there's a consistency award at the end of the year. If I'm right in saying, I believe actually it would go down to Minty, because he's just come first and second. And if it stays like this, he'll be carrying on his first and second streak, basically. And you can just see right there, we go yellow flag set to 3 now. Who's that has gone off? Let's scroll for the front. I think it. Oh, and that is the Renault of who is that? That's Bonji. Bonji's got very close to the back of UK. So we got back for P6 as well, moving up the field. That is UK Futures and SP James going very close between each other. Oh, and the Future runs wide. He's ran wide. Through turn 1, he's now going to have a run down the straight into turn 2. Can't make the take him. He's going to have such an Andreas to help him out down the straight. And he's going to go down the straight. He's in a game left. He's going to have Dearest as well to help him out down the straight. Will he go? But he's going to go to the outside of him. He'll go side by side into the hairpin. One of the trickiest corners. He's going to go round the outside. That's a beautiful overtake. And that is him up then into P68. UK Future's definitely not lacking on pace wise. Maybe he just needs to work in the consistency wise of things. Maybe have a chat to Minty. As we know what Minty's like. And you can just see here that right now it's coming down the wire between. There's a battle going on somewhere along the lines here for P8. There it is, the battle for P8. And you got Bonji there in P8. He's got a lot of throttling damage. I don't know what's actually happened between him right there. As going to the pits actually, so what? That's actually a surprising move. He's actually going to the pits then. Let's have a look what ties he's actually going to go on to. Well, the looks of things, he'll be he's got a stop and go penalty as well, so that's really not going to happen his performance at all. And I know Denizli's coming down, but he's lost 2 seconds since the last time I checked on him. And I think he will carry on, keep home for the race win, but you can never say never in these scenarios. As you can see right now, that Dylan right there, a 3.4 second gap right now, is holding his ground right now, and he's looking all right. And he's starting to realise that Tom is definitely gaining on him, so maybe he'll have to start adapting his strategies going into future races, because he seems to do good in the early stages, then throughout the later stages of things, that's when it decides to go downhill. I think his strategy is very good. I think maybe if he qualified in the softs, it'll be a different story, maybe a more comfortable lead, but you can really never know in races like these, where it's all come down to drivability as the car's performance is on equal performance, so it really does matter what time I started. Now, maybe, personally, I would have gone the softs for the start of the race, but there we go. As now Dim will start his final lap of the race today. And it really has been really a very good race today. We've had an action-packed 34 laps today. And then we'll, of course, catch us tomorrow. Well, I say tomorrow. We'll just catch me tomorrow if you're on the Twitch side of things, watching it from there at home. I will be going live for the GP2. It'll be the touring car racing, which you can then watch from my appeal. It's very competitive, and I'm really not looking forward to dying hard. And then on Wednesday, we got the first ever WORC social event. And if you're watching this thinking, hey, I want to get involved in this, and we do have a special guest in the form of Jake Sanson, who actually runs Downforce UK. And if you're wanting to get involved in that, then do inform me. And we can get you signed up for it, as we still have a couple of spots available left on the timing sheets. Or the signing sheets. Anyway, didn't then come around the final corner to win today at Germany. It's been a beautiful race from him. And he'll take home first place. Minter come in for P2. Tom for the win will then be home in P3. As he now comes across the line. P4 will go home to Ira Schumacher. P5 will go down to Williams Gaming. P6 will be UK Futures. P7 SP James. So he's had finally a good race. And he'll be happy with that one. And P8. No, sorry, P7. SP. No, I've gone somewhere along the order, but there we go. Limits Rising Home for P8. He'll be very disappointed with that one. He's had to make a lot of pit stops, so yeah, not been the world's best race, misunderstandings of things, but really you can't complain. And thank you to anybody who's watched today's racing. We really do appreciate it. As now the action will come to a close here today at Germany, and it's been a very exciting race. And I will now leave you with some beautiful, absolutely beautiful podium ceremonies where we can actually see the drivers having a chandelier and some champagne. So I'll mute myself and I'll just let the celebrations do the talking for me for a beautiful 1 second. So there you go, everybody. That is practically rounding up today's racing. Now, if you have enjoyed it, I really hope you all have. Now, let's actually then grab a few words from some of the drivers in today's racing. Let's actually see what they were thinking then in today's action. And now, the first one, of course, we need to go ahead and we need to grab your race winner, Mighty Dylan. Let's have a quick word with him. Let's see how he was finding the tricking conditions today. As I need to unmute myself on this sort of thing. So there we go. Right, hello. Hello. So Mighty Dylan, it was a very good race from your pick. Another race win. Now, if I believe, is that your third one this season? I have to bring up the standings, but I'm pretty sure that is your third one this season.
Oh God, FIFA. Yeah, can you kick FIFA? Blast the music down.
Hang on a minute.
Ring.
Right, there we go. So, Dylan, how was it from your side of things? So, now I believe that is another race win. So let's actually hear it from your side of things then.
Well, qualifying just set me up. I was highest out of everyone on the soft tyres. People in front of me were on ultra softs. So I was quietly confident that I could win.
Yeah.
Well, I knew Minty was right behind me, and Tom today seemed to be on another level. How quickly he caught up. From I think it was 10th where he qualified, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the Red Bulls on their day are just unstoppable. Both of them are just so quick. But over the course of the race, they just gradually started making mistakes. Minty through Zach's curve, and as well Tom through Zach's as well. Yeah,
definitely. Well, thank you.
Great battle with Minty.
Yeah, well.
Great battle with Minty.
Thank you for joining us. Now, this is the first which have Minty with a mic. Now, who would have predicted this one?
I have indeed got a mic, finally.
So, now we can actually get some insights of what it was like from your side of things. So, let's hear it. What was it like?
A bottle quali. I left about 4 attempts on the table at the first corner, which is a shame. But managed to have a good start. Got back up with Dylan. I just made a mistake. Simple as that. So Mighty Dylan deserved to win. Made less mistakes, less penalties. So GG to him. Unfortunate about Tom. He had a good race. So unfortunately he spun at the end there. But it's still 2-3 for Red Bull. So happy with that as a team.
Yeah, definitely. So now, if I'm right in saying, you guys all practically fighting out for the championship standings. So it's great to see the top three, all of the top three as well.
I wouldn't count. Yeah, I wouldn't count Dylan out of it. He's 2 wins in a row. He's got it.
Yeah.
He's got a good chance.
Slowly but surely gaining that gap very closer. Now we have Tom as well in the booth. So Tom, P3. Wait, was it P3 or P2? I can't actually remember. It's one of the two. But if I'm right in saying that might have brought down the championship standings only slightly, but would have helped you out a little bit then. So let's hear it from your side of things.
Sadly, Minty pulled away from me slightly, but yeah, fair play to him. Wally went first in the inters conditions, but when I was going into the pit lane, I went into AI, and the car assumed I was trying to go back onto the track, so it went straight into the barrier, and I lost a wheel. So I was starting near enough last, and then in the race, I managed to go from third last to second on lap 6, and then I spun, and then I had some insane pace on the mediums, and then spun again right when I had caught Dylan.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I made 2 fatal mistakes, lost the chance of a win, and lost the chance of P2. So, but fair play to the others, because they did a great job, and obviously very good for the constructors nevertheless.
Yes, indeed. So thank you all for joining me today in the commentary booth. Now that will also be it for me and for everybody else. And until next time, we'll see you all later.